good to see all of you. I needed to check though before we head out on our adventure. Does everybody have a pair of 3D glasses? Now, if you don't have a pair of 3D glasses, you're going to raise your hand way high up in the sky, wave it around vigorously until one of our studio tour ambassadors brings you a pair of 3D glasses. Then we are ready to go. So I'm going to check for hands. I don't see any hands raised. So, you met me, you met your driver, but why don't I get to know you folks? On the count of 3, can I hear everybody's first name? Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Listening. I definitely heard there's a Billy in the audience today. But I promise I've memorized all of your names. You know, one of my many talents here. So it's lovely to meet all of you. We're now acquainted. I'd say we're something like a trampoline. So let's head out onto our studio lot today. We got a lot to explore.
Alright, here we go.
To hit the road. Alright everybody, we are officially departing the theme park, and it's time to get our tour started. We will be seeing some signs of active production today in a few different locations. Our Metro sets, 6 points, our Western sets, as well as some sets being struck over.
Wow, they're building some sets.
That means they're being taken down
Douglas
for
Drive.
production. So, you've already met everybody up here, but it's time to meet one more person here to help us get things started. You might know him as the host of the Tonight Show. You might know him as the host of That's My Jam on NBC, but please join me in welcoming, please get hyped for my co-host, Mr. Jimmy Fallon, everybody.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. We've got the very best guide.
Dimitri.
And the greatest driver.
Amanda.
They're the best. And even though
Dimitri.
it owes me $5.
What?
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
We do in fact have a few safety rules to go over so they don't get wet. And finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while on board the tram.
Yeah.
With that being said, it's time to get this party started. We are now departing the theme park, making our way down the Universal Studios timeline, and you'll start to notice evidence that we are not just a movie studio, we are not just a theme park, we are an entire city here at Universal. Just here to your right-hand side, you have our fire station. We not only have a fire station with real working firefighters here on the lot, we also have our own police station, our own medical station. Heck, we even have our own zip code, 91608, if you ever wanted to write us a letter. And folks, there is no smoking on board. Please do not smoke. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But folks, 107 years ago, it's been a long time, and that's a lot of time to grow and expand and change. And our founder, Mr. Lemley, up on your screens, he started off with just about 150 acres of property, a small movie studio, as well as a chicken ranch. Although a lot of things have changed over the years, you could say in the beginning, Mr. Lumley wasn't too sure about this whole newfangled movie business, but I'll let you in on a little spoiler alert, folks. It worked out just fine. Here to your left-hand side, you have our current studio expansion project. That's all of the construction that you can currently see to your left-hand side. And this is where we're adding on to the working heart of the studio lot, which is mostly made up of our current of 36 sound stages, but we are constantly adding more. You might have noticed on your left-hand side, soundstage number 12. That is where The Voice filmed for a number of years, although they have moved to a different location here on the Universal Studios lot. To get an idea of what it is exactly that we do inside our sound stages, rather than tell you, why don't we show you what's filmed in soundstage number 12 over the years? Let's check it out.
Stage 11, burned up. Oh man, these are the movies they did that. Yeah. Wow, that's the sound stage for all those. Wow. Jurassic Park also.
So everything that you just saw on your screens, including that scene from Couples Retreat, that was the single side of the island, that was all filmed inside of a big empty warehouse-like space. And oh, look to your left-hand side, everybody. There are some open elephant doors on sound stages 8 and 7. And these are all currently belonging to the production of Bel Air. In just one moment, we'll talk about that. But to give you a better idea, in between filmings, what's up on your screen is what a soundstage looks
See
like.
that?
Yes, it's
Inside,
basically
that's the
warehouse
stages
that
they're
we
building.
customize any sort of
Or a Douglas Drive. Yeah.
filming.
Those are
So
actually
whether it's
stages,
filming
what they're
daytime
actually
scenes at
filming
night,
right now.
nighttime scenes at day, it does not matter. Even if it's the loud sound of my voice coming from outside of the stage, all of this can be customized depending on when the production is, where it is, and especially when it's here in the front.
That's stage 14.
I just mentioned a TV show, Bel Air, the dramatic reboot of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. And if you look to your left-hand side, you will see a trailer. This trailer belongs to the base camp, or the base of operations for season 2 of Bel Air.
Wow.
They've also been filming in soundstage number 14 over to your left-hand side. Bel Air is not the only TV show in the area. We've also had another one of our Peacock originals, The Grand Crew, as well as American Auto, and the continuation of the original Quantum Leap, now starring Raymond Lee. One of the TV shows I'm about to mention, though, is not like the others. It's actually from HBO Max. The TV series Hacks. Season 3 has been under production here on the Universal Studios lot. But even though it's not a direct Universal affiliate, that's not an issue whatsoever, because we're part of a larger filmmaking family right here in Southern California. Whether it's Disney, Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu Plus, Amazon Prime, it does not matter. We work with them all as part of a larger filmmaking family in order to meet our goals at the end of the day and bring you your favorite types of meat, a few of your favorite titles passing by. Quite a few of them have filmed right here in the area. I know exactly where one of my favorites filmed, The Good Place, starring Ted Danson. Oh, Ted Danson. Filmed in soundstage number 19, just to your right-hand side. And while we're talking about our TV legacy and people named Ted and our future, look to your left-hand side, because who is that, everybody? It's our first celebrity sighting of the day. It's Ted the Teddy Bear, and he's currently cheersing us with a very dirty, mostly rainwater martini. But that is okay. It is celebratory. And you have not heard already, Ted is getting his own TV series that comes to us from Seth MacFarlane, as well as Fuzzy Door Productions. That's right, and it will be a prequel to the Ted movies, focusing on, well, the trials and tribulations of being a teenage teddy bear, which sounds pretty tough to me. But they're not one of the companies that have offices with us right here on the lot. That's right, Fuzzy Door, even though they've been partnering with us, they don't have an office with us right here in our production bungalows. But we do have quite a few notable production companies that call these offices. Let's get a new look at Illumination Studios' latest film, coming out on April 5th, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
It's on the right. Super Mario.
The core elements in Nintendo's game franchises lend themselves to become a really fun movie for audiences who have never even seen a game. The way we've approached this film is to make the film
Fathomable Alfred Hitchcock worked for a number of years, producing all the projects that you now see on your screen. This is where he popularized his oh-so-recognizable cameo that eventually became his logo, that side profile silhouette of him just briefly appearing on screen. And you'll see it again right here. But the Alfred Hitchcock Company was only on our lot, you know, a number of years ago, far in the past. But what's currently happening with that office? Well, we have another very famous company. They are behind the TV series Hannibal and the movie Firestarter. You might have seen that last year with Zac Efron. But the Dino De Laurentiis company now currently call that location home, continuing that long-lasting legacy of psychological horror and terror. What do we do exactly in our bungalows, though? Because, I mean, you've seen the offices that we've driven by at this point, but you don't know exactly what goes on in there. So let's break it down for you. There are a few different phases of production. Before we can even start filming in our sound stages on the front lot or in our back lot, we have to go through the phase of pre-production. And since we aren't able to visit all the way through our Metro sets today, let's get a little behind-the-scenes look of what exactly our Metro sets are. These buildings that you see here to your left-hand side are nearly 4 acres of metropolitan settings that can really play any destination in the world, whether it's downtown Los Angeles and American Ninja Warrior, whether it's London and the Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, whether it's India, the Mindy Project, or it's New York and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and so many others. There are a lot of productions that have filmed in our Metro sets over the years, but the way that we do this is our Metro sets are essentially a blank canvas that our filmmakers can come into the area, they can customize everything, because these aren't real buildings. They might look like real buildings, but here's the thing about the backlot, folks. Not all is as it seems. Sometimes we even fool the eye, and that's exactly what we're doing with these buildings here to your left-hand side. If you're curious to know what these quote-unquote fake buildings look like on the inside,
So
well,
this is a
look no
fake
further than your
building.
TV screens. This is the inside of a facade or a shell
It's not a
set,
real
which
building.
means that there's no actual functional rooms of a building, there's no plumbing, there's no electricity except for a few small outlets, there's no heating, there's no water, unless we have added in a small bathroom, and even then it's not in exactly a rentable condition. But this also allows us on the backlot to have a controlled environment. So if we want to have any stunts done, for example, with the TV show American Ninja Warrior, there's going to be a whole lot of obstacles, a whole lot of stunts going on, and a whole lot of really buff people doing some absolutely wild things. But in order for that to happen, we couldn't actually film in the real downtown Los Angeles, because not only do we have regular citizens walking around, there's an option, or there's a chance that someone might wander through and accidentally get hurt. But here on the backlot, we have a good sense of who is already here, what they're doing, and where they are, and we don't have to worry about the studio tour going and interrupting your daily life.